All right, well, first up on the show is Aron Robertson, the president of Robertson Insurance Group. Aron, so how did you get involved in the insurance business?
Well, it's a long story. I'll keep it as short as I possibly can. So I got involved in insurance when I was in college. I started knowing a little bit about insurance. So my wife's cousin was a regional manager for Aflac. He came and bought a car for me, and I saw that he did real well financially. I didn't know what that really meant until I was selling him a car. I went and took a peek at his financial records and saw, holy crap, that's a lot of money, right? And I know this guy's not good as me. So I decided to get involved in insurance. So that was in 2008. I've then become a manager in San Antonio with that same organization, Aflac. Great products, great company. And I just decided that more of my clients wanted to do more business with me than I could allow them with just Aflac. And so I decided, what are the problems that my clients are consistently seeing? And it's everything from health insurance to home and auto insurance to commercial insurance. So we want to be the that solution, that easy button, so to speak, for all of our small to medium-sized businesses, because they're like, why can't I just buy everything from you? I thought, you can. So let's just do that. So I decided to branch out. So I moved to San Antonio in 2011, still with Aflac, and I branched out to the commercial lines, personal lines, and all aspects of insurance in roughly 2016. And we've been living the dream ever since. So that's how I kind of got started in it.
And you actually became your own broker. You didn't just become an agent at a larger firm. What spurred that decision?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. I wasn't prepared, but I'm transparent. I'll tell it. So I did start with a farmer's broker, a great friend of mine. He's a big farmer's agency here in San Antonio. I learned a ton from him. One of the things I learned is sometimes I learn more from about what not to do, and it's no slam against him, but what it was is I just thought there's got to be a better way, right? So I learned as much as I possibly could, but my own lack of knowledge was basically a stumbling block for my commissions. I'd had to wait for somebody to show me how to do things, and I don't like that. I need to figure a way to make it happen and go. So I did train with him, and one day he had a little meeting. It got kind of sideways, and he wasn't necessarily yelling at me, but what he said resonated so much that I took action. He goes, if you think you can go open up an agency and do this better than me, go do it. And I go, you're right. I'm going to go pack my stuff. And I left.
What a great suggestion.
And I just told him,
How soon after that did you leave?
Oh, the same. I mean, I was packing I left and got a box.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. I mean, and I told him, I said, look, it's just, I love you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Before I hate you as a person, I have to sever our business relationship. And I talked to him yesterday. We're still great friends because I chose to sever the business relationship and salvage the personal.
Well, that's key. I feel like in sales especially, it's so easy to get stuck in a situation that you're not happy with and just live with it long enough for that resentment to grow. And then we see it all the time. You end up blowing up and the relationship is the bridge is burned. I don't know how many times I've run across that just in general, especially in real estate, where people get a little resentful and they don't like it that much, and then they let it go too long.
Well, fear is the root of that.
Yeah, just fear
They're
of jumping
afraid
off
to
the
go
ledge.
out on their own, so they stay, and then they're bitter over the whole thing.
Well,
Right.
and to be clear, I was a contractor. I was a 1099 producer, so I wasn't on salary. I mean, I had really nothing other than a friendship and a loyalty to him as a friend. But, he had put somebody in charge that was supposed to be teaching me how to do things, and she was also on commission. She later came and worked for my agency. So it's all good. Things happen for a reason. But, I've been self-employed since, 02, 01. So I'm like, this is not new to me. Like, I've bet on me a lot, and so I'm going to continue to do that.
That's the most fun to do anyway, right? It freaks the wife out, but it's a lot of fun. So let's talk about independent versus captive agent. What's the difference, and why does it matter?
So an independent agent, we have more options than anybody else out there. So, for example, you look at State Farms, you look at Farmers, you look at formerly Nationwide, Allstate, companies like that. Those are captives. They wear a shirt for somebody. They are a captive agent for that specific carrier. When you call them for that quote, what they're going to do is they're going to go to that particular computer system and give you a quote that carrier gives them, and that's it, right?
They don't shop it.
They don't shop it. Exactly.
Gotcha.
They're going to go with that one system, and what that system spits out, that's the price. Love it or leave it. They don't care. Well, that's just the number. With an independent agency is I have 10 to 15 different options just on the home and auto side. So there are some home and auto carriers that right now, especially, I don't know if y'all have noticed, it's a pretty hard market. There are some carriers who will only take brand new construction. There's only some carriers that will take slab homes only. They won't take pier and beam. They won't take mobile homes. So I need to find a way to kind of get creative and find a particular carrier that's going to give you the best price with the best coverage. And that's kind of our tagline, right? The best price for the best coverage available. And if that changes in a year or 2 years, I need to let you know, hey, I've got something better for you. You don't need to call me and go, man, my rate went up 300%. Could you do something about that? We're already on it. Through a CRM, through agency management systems. We know I have a file and a reminder. If your stuff goes up a certain percentage, I get notified and goes in the remarket funnel, and we're already shopping for you.
That's really good because, I think you would agree when we're paying customers for years, right? We could get lost in that whole thing as opposed to somebody keeping an eye on it in our benefits. Like, hey, if there's a better deal, we're going to know about it. We're going to let you know. That's a pretty slick arrangement.
Oh yeah, I feel like especially on the residential side, people just get stuck in that loop, and I'll admit I'm one of them. I just got my homeowner's insurance, and as long as it's not astronomical, like I don't buck the status quo, I'm just gonna keep paying it, and I don't hear from the person who got it for me.
Very
Right?
proactive, yes, sir.
Like,
well, especially
that's got to
now.
be unique, man.
Well, it is. That it presents problems, right? It presents issues that, I feel like maybe if I did buck the system and call her and go, hey, Heather, your stuff went up. Oh, my gosh, she would flip out. Where maybe it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, right? But I still think I owe that to the client.
I feel like a lot of insurance agents do out of sight, like they bet on the out of sight, out of mind. And it's a very passive way to go about building a business because at any moment somebody can be like, oh, and the likelihood of them going to that exact same agent when you've just operated, like, just don't talk to them and they will never change. It's not a good bet.
No.
Right.
So what you're doing is saying, hey, look, I'm looking out for your best interests. That's integrity, it builds trust. And so why wouldn't they go back to you?
And referrals. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
also keeps them top of mind, too. So
Right.
if they have someone that they need help, they know exactly who to pass them over
Which
to.
over 90% of our new business comes from referrals.
Yeah.
How often are you like sending them emails or updates or information or whatever?
So once we bind, there's obviously email that goes out through our CRM and agency management system that says, hey, thank you for trusting Robertson Insurance. There's a beautiful picture of my face and my family's, my beautiful daughter's on there, right? And it
I'm
goes
not sure
out.
if he's being sarcastic.
No,
though,
no,
when he says about-
absolutely. Yeah, I'm very proud of my family. No,
I thought you meant your face. I don't know.
so we send that out just as a thank you, right? I want them to know who they're dealing with. If they didn't talk to me specifically, which they may or may not, right? I want them to know who we are, that we are a member of the community. We're not sitting in some, skyscraper downtown San Antonio, if that's even a thing here. But I want them to know that we're people just like they are. We're dealing with the same issues. I say this all the time. I don't just sell insurance. I'm also subject to it. So I also have homeowners insurance increases. Last year, mine went up $1,200.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. And so I had to do what I said I would do for my clients, was reshop those and say, what's the best option for me? Completely absent of it being my own policy, we go out to shop it and see what's available. And I did move and I did switch to a different carrier.
There you go.
Yeah.
So are you your own insurance agent?
I am.
You are.
And I make money off myself, believe it or not, right?
I love
So how big is your team?
So we have 4 people right now. We are adding people. I'm adding some producers to help get business. Right now, there's a lot of turbulence in the market, so I'm kind of scaling. I don't want to say back, but there's so few options when it comes to home and auto insurance right now that we're kind of doubling down on the commercial. So we're constantly looking for commercial producers, people that can help us go out and share our brand, share our values, and share what we can do for that client, and show them exactly how we're different. That we're proactive. We're a member of their team, and so around there's four of us, and I'm in there hooking and jabbing with them. There's none of this. Oh, I just come in on just to do payroll and leave. No. Mm-hmm. Everybody that's worked for me is like, he actually sells insurance, and I plan on selling more than you and you and you and you too. And I usually do. But that's part of the thing I love that sale part of it, because I'm a salesperson at heart. who just happens to sell insurance. There's a lot of people who are technology people who happen to sell insurance, or accountants that do the same. I'm a salesperson. I love engaging with my clients. I love meeting new people. I love the whole thing. So I'm in there with them.
Let's talk about culture. So I know when we talked before, you're very much about the culture of your business. Why is that important? And what do you like? What's the gel there that keeps everything together?
We spend on average 9 hours a day with each other, and I think the culture that I'm trying to build is a professional. People that know me will laugh when I use that word professional. A professional in team that engages the community in a fun way that make insurance not so horrible. I mean, nobody goes, "Oh, let's do an insurance podcast, right?" Or let's do an insurance. Yeah, nobody loves that. So the thing that I'm trying to do is like, if you don't want to know everything about the insurance policy, and that's okay, a lot of people don't. They want to know that the person that's on the other side of that phone or the email knows what they need and has their back covered 100%. So just instilling confidence through the conversation, getting to know about your wife, your kids, what sports y'all playing, did you add on a pool? We added a pool to our yard last year, and that will change your coverage. Those things I need to know. Now, there's technology I can use to find those things out, but I'd rather just have the conversation. So that type of thing is I will never have a call center. You can write that down. I will never have a call center. I will never have customer-facing VAs that kind of, I guess, just offload the customer experience. I don't want to do that. If I can have a brick-and-mortar business and have people walk in that thing and sit down at my desk and share a cup of coffee or a cold soda and discuss the insurance, I would love that. That's just not where my environment is right now. It's more digital. It's more, text platform, those things. I want the mom and pop feel without the mom and pop drive, if that makes sense.
It does.
Nobody wants to drive anymore.
All right, Aaron, if folks want to reach out to you, how do they do that?
It's we're at 6202 West Avenue. It's San Antonio, Texas. My phone number is 210-890-5577. You can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, Robertson Insurance Group. We want to help make all of your insurance decisions super simple and easy. Give you the best insurance for the best price, and we'd love to help.
Thanks, man. Well, great job on the podcast.
Thank you.
I like the tagline, making insurance not so horrible.
Yeah.
Just the pause.
Nobody goes, insurance is fantastic. Let's do that again, right?
We love big insurance.
Yeah.
Well, it's a necessary thing, man. I mean, it really
Very
is. So.
cool. So
And it's good to know that there's people out there that are really looking out for your best interests and shopping those prices for you. That's a big deal. So thanks, Aaron.
I
Appreciate
also
that.
like that your shirt has your phone number embroidered
Look,
on
I
it.
got
If
the
you're watching
colors. I'm
video,
with the brand.
He's
This is
branded.
my
Yeah, it's
business
all
card.
branded.
Yeah.
Color's your car.
Oh, it's not.
It's
black.
turquoise.
Yeah.
Okay, well, black. I mean, that
If I
fits.
can find a teal F-250, yeah, we're doing that. But
Oh, really?
yeah, the logo especially, if I could put it on the side of my car, the logo is super special. But that came through some real hard times. But I had a girl work with me. She goes, "Can we change the logo?" Like,
Nope.
don't you touch my logo. We will fight.
That's
with this logo.
audacious.
Yes, don't you touch this thing.